night 2 on our journey from Morocco to the Canaries. It's pretty chilly out here tonight. It's beautiful, crystal clear skies. I can see the Milky Way and a bunch of different constellations. There have been a number of fishing boats around. They're dotting the horizon, and they are not on AIS, but they are all very well lit, which is really nice. You can see them far away. A lot of them are putting out big nets that have lit buoys on them, so we see this sort of like flickering light, which from a distance looks like it might be a boat, but then we've seen that it's just these little buoys that are marking the nets. Anyway, right now it's about 3 a.m. and I'm pretty tired. But other than that, we don't have very much wind. We're motor sailing. We've got the main and the jib up, one engine on. We're going about 5 knots, and the sea stays super calm. And other than it being chilly and the fishing boats that aren't on AIS, it has been a pretty calm evening. Exciting times. We just turned off the engine. We are flying along at all of 3.5 knots here, but it's enough to get the code D out and turn those motors off. Love it when we have tranquility sailing.
We're about 10 miles offshore. Conditions are calm, and little itty bitty fishing boats, little skiffs, outboard motors out here throwing nets out. Good for them, hard work. It's not how I'd want to make a living. Hats off to them.
We are sailing along in depths of over 3,000 feet here, but there is a seamount coming up ahead that looks like, on the charts, it looks like it's literally like a pillar going straight up to apparently 36 feet below sea level, below the surface of the water. So we are gonna go straight over it, and we're gonna see if we can see it. The likelihood of us being able to see anything isn't great, but I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Here it is, when we get the fish.
Do we see any waves crashing? Any waves crashing up ahead?
Look over there.
What?
All those waves crashing? Oh my god, they're over there too. They're everywhere. We're literally in a sea of crashing waves.
Oh my god.
Literally.
What?
It's actually an ocean. 600 feet.
What, 100?
600.
Oh,
600 feet.
600? It's supposed to be 36.
I thought he said 6 feet.
$400. All right, we're getting shallower. We just saw a reading of 400 feet. Let's see. That's 200. We got a reading of 200.
Not in depth.
Uh-oh.
That's distance to, it's a wall.
I lie. I lie. That's... All right, we're over it. We're going right over it. We are currently right over the seamount. I don't see anything.
All right, that was it.
Woo! That's excitement here on Scout. Yeah!
Well,
Much ado about nothing.
if you told me we were in 3,000 feet of water right now, I'd believe you.
Did you see any change in the gauge? No.
Well, tried.
Oh well, and no fish either. Sometimes when we go over those types of seamounts, we get some fish activity, but not today. The sun is getting lower in the sky and the wind is picked up. We had to switch out the Code D for our Genoa. So we are now just flying up there with our normal head sail.
Oh.
It's chilly outside, eating dinner inside.
In the, well, North Atlantic officially.
Autopilot is working hard to keep us on course. We have strong winds from behind us, and we are going 6 knots right now with 21 knots of wind almost straight behind, and the seas are definitely building. I hope it's not going to be too rough tonight with all the slapping and banging, but what can you do? We'll just ride it out. Warm and cozy inside. Hi.
Hi.
You knitting?
Yes, I am knitting.
How's it going?
Well, it's going good, yeah.
Can you hold it up? Let's see. Oh, it's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it's crazy how the conditions can change. Like, just yesterday, it was glassy calm and we had almost no wind, and now it's quite the opposite. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and the sea state?
Yeah, and the sea state's pretty rough.
A little bit rolly tonight. I will say that neither Nate or I have gotten much sleep so far. I definitely dozed a bit on my turn to sleep, but not too much. Pretty loud and pretty rolly down there. It's always that way on the first night when the weather conditions have changed. It's hard to relax and get sleep. Welcome to the Atlantic. We've got sustained 30 plus knots of wind here and huge waves. We are flying along on our way to the Canary Islands.
This is great. We're going like 10 knots and the wind is blowing so hard. Fantastic.
Hear that, folks? That's the purr of the generator. Sound we don't hear too often here on Scout. It's just been cloudy. When we have our big sails up, it blocks a lot of the sun from the solar panels. And we got cloudy weather in the forecast for the next few days. So we need to make water, and Nate has decided to turn the generator on in order to do that. am I getting the fenders out again, you might ask? Well, good question. We are doing something we rarely do here on Scout, which is marina hop. We just left a few days ago from Tangier, and we are heading into the island of Lanzarote, I think is what it's called, here in the Canaries, into the marina in Arrecife, because we are going to be hauling Scout out. It'll be the second time that we put her on the hard, and we are going to stage in the marina for a few days before we are ready to be lifted onto the dry dock. Quick release rolling half hitch. One of the few knots that I would recommend you know as a cruiser. In just a matter of minutes, we're going to be hoisted up on that big thing. We are about to push off the dock and head over to the lift. It is time.
The boat's all the way in, he's going to throw the back one down to you. We're not going to get the forward one until we're past the straps. Otherwise, they'd have to try to pass that line around the straps, you know what I mean? So that's why the forward one isn't going down until the very end, okay? This is only the second time we've hauled Scout out of the water. My expectation, or perhaps naive hope, with regard to haul outs is that there isn't much responsibility on the captain. I just need to get the boat in the right position and perhaps secure a line or two, and the yard does the rest. After all, they haul out boats for a living, and it's something I hardly ever do. Our haul out in Darwin proved it isn't always a smooth experience. The lift could barely handle Scout, they only had a two-man crew, lines were breaking, we were scraping concrete bottom, and my emergency hatches extruding from the salon got crushed. The link to go back and watch that episode is here. The yard, and indeed overall experience here in Lanzarote, is the opposite of that in every respect. The travel lift is huge, there are over half a dozen professional staff members, and all we have to do is get the boat in the right spot and secure a couple lines.
Here we go.
We're not floating anymore.
No?
It was really easy.
Yeah, awesome.
It was kind of scary though, because I've never really done something like that before.
We're going up. Oh my goodness.
Incredibly slick.
Yeah, they did a good job.